today's news.
CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. I'm Peter King. This is the start of what could be a wild weekend for travelers. Restless flyers grounded at Chicago's O'Hare with tens of millions of Americans being hit by a deep freeze and lots of snow. New York Governor Kathy Hochul has already declared a state of emergency.
This allows us to contract for suppliers, get people pre-positioned, get all the materials we need on the ground, and the National Guard I've already called up will be positioned starting early tomorrow morning.
Much of Iowa is getting snow, and the feels-like temperature in Des Moines is just 2 degrees above zero. The timing, though, couldn't be worse for candidates campaigning for Monday's Iowa caucuses. CBS's Ed O'Keefe.
Already, we've learned today Nikki Haley had to cancel 3 events that were scheduled across the state because of the snow and the cold temperatures. She instead plans to talk to her supporters in telephone town halls. But it's a reminder that you can do all this planning and spend hundreds of millions of dollars to find votes, and then it snows and the temperatures plummet, and you've got to adapt.
In Buffalo, New York, prosecutors say they'll ask for the death penalty for the gunman who killed 10 black people at a supermarket in May 2022. Some movement toward the treatment of Hamas hostages with medical issues, a deal brokered by Qatar.
In a statement, the office of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the deal, quote, will allow the entry of medicines for the hostages held by the Hamas terrorist organization in Gaza. It said the medications would reach the hostages in the next few days. Hamas still holds about 120 hostages. 110 have been released since they were kidnapped on October 7th when Hamas attacked southern Israel. Israel has claimed some of the hostages have medical conditions and need medicines to stay alive. Christopher Cruz, CBS News.
The White House says the U.S. doesn't want a war with Yemen's Houthi rebels, but CBS's Willie James Inman says the president isn't taking attacks on Red Sea ships sitting down.
With Houthi leaders already promising to keep attacking ships, President Biden says the U.S. will not hesitate to strike again if necessary.
That comes hours after U.S.-led airstrikes on Houthi targets in Yemen. Retired airline captain Sully Sullenberger has become a go-to guy on aviation safety ever since the miracle landing on the Hudson 15 years ago today. He tells CBS News regulators need to keep a closer eye on Boeing after last week's Alaska Airlines accident.
FAA, Boeing, the airline industry needs to take a deep dive and make sure that every part of the design of every airplane is as it should be, meets the standards.
Alaska Airlines says all 737 MAX 9 flights are canceled through at least Sunday. Wall Street, the Dow is down 103 points, the NASDAQ up 13. This is CBS News.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 51 degrees in Mare Island, California.